We're just watching a few plays from the Browns touchdown, first touchdown drive. You can see both linebackers bite very hard on this play fake. My sense is that the backside linebacker, in this case Patrick Owasso, has to stay home. He cannot sell out. You can see Landry, Carr is expecting help in that hook zone, and that shouldn't be that easy. Should not be that easy, especially since where he is in the run fit, all the gaps are covered there. That looks like Patrick to me. That looks like a drop, a missed drop on his part. It's a couple plays later, and here the coverage is good, and everybody's assignment sound. You see Averett do a good job getting over that pick of sorts. And that's taken away Mayfield's first read there. I believe that's Landry coming out of that pick. This over the ball sit is covered. Really good coverage. You see Earl Thomas come down and get on top of this sit. It's just no pressure. Nobody can get a sniff on Mayfield here. Everybody's just wrapped up. And Earl comes down and gets on top, and then he makes a decision. He's going for the quarterback. Maybe prematurely, but really can't blame him. And this guy runs to grass. And look at all this space around Baker. Let's see who's that. Is that Tim Williams rushing? I can't tell. I think that's Tim off the edge there, yeah. So you really, the Ravens not doing a good job of sort of putting things together at any point today. This one's painful to watch. It's 1st and 25, and Browns end up getting, I think, 18 or so. Might be more, 19 or 20. On first down. They pull this tight end right to left, or motion him. The right guard is going to pull after the ball snapped into protection, and so is the back. He's going to stay in protection. You can see that one little motioning of a tight end of 86 creates some confusion, and something is lost in communication. Something's lost because the call should change there, but it doesn't, or it isn't communicated. Nobody accounts for the tight end. Both guys end up in the flat or zone dropping to the flat, and the quarterback picks up on that right away. Kenny is fixated on the back out of the backfield, so I'm assuming this was the call pre-motion, and then once he motions, nobody really is sure and nobody really asks. Either that or Kenny just doesn't get the call, And I'd like to think that he would pick up on the fact that Ty has chips here and have a sense about this tight end. Of course, this happens very quickly, so that's, and we're watching it in slow motion, but that's where the communication comes in. Chuck does a nice job dropping under that, I guess that's Landry. He gets under this hook. Yeah, that's 20 yards that shouldn't happen. And I'm not sure why I'm not sure why they're not communicating any better. 3rd and 2, a couple plays later, and you see the Browns in a bunch formation. The Ravens are in what looks like man coverage with Judon doing a sort of an underneath drop here. And this is alarming. This is not good communication once again. You see that inside receiver releasing to the flat, and there's got to be some trade-off here. There's just no, in terms of man responsibilities. Switching. There's just no way Kenny's going to make it through this trash if he's got this inside receiver. And like I said, it's kind of alarming that stuff is not being discussed or it's being lost in terms of the discussion or the communication somehow. This is a disappointing rep, maybe even a disappointing drive by Kenny Young. Browns release Beckham inside and under the tight end on this mesh route. I got to believe that's Marlin all day in man. Kenny's got to pick up on this concept here. He's got to sniff that out. Keeps running with Beckham, though. Still, at this point, he hasn't noticed what's going on. You can see McPhee makes a nice move getting inside, but he can't keep his feet. Yeah, that's on Kenny. Kenny's just got to be able to sniff that out and read that. It's a terrible read. You can see him continue to go with Beckham. Way late reading this.